Notice the beauty of our Bible. The very thing that God said are not to be worshipped are now depicted as worshiping Jesus. The very things, the very objects, the very entities that God said you are not to worship as gods or goddesses and take them as your gods and goddesses are the very things and objects, entities that worship Jesus as God. What do I mean? Let's look. And this shows you Christ cannot be a creature. That means God is now promoting idolatry. God is promoting idolatry. What do I mean? If God is telling you, you cannot take any other God in heaven, on earth, seas below, and have images of them and cling to them as God, that would be idolatry. And yet Jesus is a creature who's a God, and yet God has everyone worshiping him. That means God is sanctioning idolatry. Here you go. Exodus 20, verses 3 to 5. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an idol or any likeness. Now notice the language of what is in heaven, above, or on the earth, beneath, or in the water, under the earth. You don't look to any of these created things in heaven, earth, or the seas below, and take them to be your gods, and make images of them as gods, and worship them. You shall not worship them or serve them. For I, Yahweh your God, am a jealous God, visiting iniquity of the fathers on the children, on the third and fourth generations of those who hate me. Now notice, those things in heaven cannot be taken as gods and goddesses. Things on earth, water, beneath the earth, they are not gods or goddesses that you worship. But now notice, the very places where these creatures inhabit are the places where all those creatures will worship Jesus. Therefore God, Philippians 2, 9, 11, also highly exalted him and bestowed on him the name which is above every name, so that the name of Jesus every knee will bow, those who are in heaven and on the earth, under the earth, that every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. Notice, things in heaven, under the earth, will worship him as God, as Jehovah. The very places where God said, you better not make images of these things and take them to be your gods and goddesses that you worship and serve, because they in turn worship Jesus. And here, Revelation 5:13, every created thing in heaven, on earth, under the earth, and the sea and all things in them. That's the language of Exodus. Notice.